Hello everybody, Larry here with Slots of Oklahoma. I thought I would touch base on whether or not you have an advantage on some games or not. There is the perceived progression, which most of us know that that is only something that is perceived. It only looks like you have an advantage there, whether or not the pots are going to pop or not. But then there are some games that actually you can increase your odds on, or your chances of getting into a bonus round or getting a bonus, not a hand pay, but a jackpot. So I thought I'd touch base on some of those games today for those that are not familiar with that. There is also, I see some people, they kind of go through the process, but they don't go through it all the way, and they're missing out on some of the possibilities in a game. So let me turn this camera around and I'll just show you some things. And I know a lot of you may already know this stuff, but there's some people out there that the slots are new to them, or they never thought about it so much. So let me get it turned around and I'll give you a couple of tips. Hang on just a second. All right, guys, Phoenix Link is a perfect example of a game that you can have a slight chance of increasing your odds, whether or not you're going to get into a bonus round or not. If you will look at your machines, you'll see here in the upper right hand corner where there is a number there, that 958, and it says free feature must be won before 1,888 of the phoenixes collected, these firebirds like this here. Before 1,888 of those are collected. So that's great, 958. You got another 900 or so to go before that feature is guaranteed to hit. However, it can hit at any point. I've seen them go off at 158 before. So it can go anywhere from whatever it starts at to that 1,888 number. But do not chase those counters, because it can go all the way to 1,888. Here's my suggestion. You look at your machines, you go through your machines, and you find the one that has the highest counter. Let's say you find one that's got 1,400 and something birds. But then there's another one that just has 958. Which one is going to be more likely to hit? The one that has 1,400 and something, you only have to go through 400 more birds for it to guarantee at least. But it could hit anywhere between that 14 and 18. Where this one here, that was 958, it has another 900 birds to collect. It could go off at anywhere, it could go off at 959, but it also could go off at 1,888. So you have better odds of it hitting at that 1,400 and something birds than you do the 958. Now here's where I see a lot of people make a mistake at. That 958, that number right there, it changes every time you change the denomination. That's a 2 cent, it has 425 birds. The 5 cent is 1,046, and so on and so forth. 10 cents is 596, 25, 924, and $1 is 876. And they go through that whole row of numbers. And that's where they're missing out on some of the possibilities, because if you will take a dollar bill, or I like to use a ticket, a voucher. This one here is 26 cents. I can load that 26 cents into the machine, and then you go to your 1 cent denomination, and it automatically goes to the lowest denom, of 50 cents. Down here on your bet panel, you have all different denominations down here on your bet panel. That number, that 958, is going to change on that 1 cent denomination. It's going to change on every multiplier that you go through. So right now it's on the 50 times multiplier, which is 958. If you go to the 100 credits, it changes to 761. Return the game. If you go to 150 credits, it's 1,367. Now that's a $1.50 bet on a 1 cent denomination. That's a pretty good number, between 1,367 and 1,888. It's not guaranteed. Keep in mind, that's a lot of birds it's got to collect. It's got to collect almost another 500 birds before it'll go off. But somewhere between that, in that 500 birds, it'll set that feature off for you. The 250 is 727. And the 500 credits is 607. So then you've increased your chances by looking at those numbers. See, we went through the 150 there, showed, what was it, 13 something? And you didn't see that 13 something unless you would have gone through the multiplier panel. So same way with 2 cent. It is down here on the 50 credits. That's a $1 bet. As you go up the panel, go to $1 is 708. Got to go back and change it each time. 150 credits is 676. 250 credits is 434. 500 credits is 377. None of those numbers are didn't have it up there where you all can see it. None of those numbers are very high at all. So I would not play that. If it was me, I would play that 1 cent denomination with 1,300 birds. That is that game. And you can go through the whole bet panel for that. There's also a spot then up here. It says 50 lines up here on your bet panel, 50 lines or 100 lines. If you increase your lines, you dilute the amount of payback, basically, is what you're doing. But remember, 50 credits is 425 on the 2 cent denomination at 50 lines. We'll go to 100 credits and it's 708. So you can even change it as far as that goes, changing it from the 100 credits, and that gives you more possibilities of the difference in the numbers. So that is one game. And if you guys will give me a moment, I'll go show you another game. Be back in just a minute. All right, everybody, here's another game, Buffalo Link. It has one of the counters on it. And I have my 26 cent voucher here. I'm going to slip it in the machine. That way I can go through these denominations without it ringing up. So there's 1 cent, it's 388. And I know that's 100 credits. It starts out on the lowest amount. So then I go to the 2 cent, go to the 2 cent, $2 to spend. And this one may be stuck. Sometimes they are, sometimes they won't change. And that happens to be the case on this one. So then go to your 2 cent denomination. At 100 credits, it's 109. At 200 credits, it's 1156. Now on this game here, it's 1800 for it to get to hit the feature. So that's got a long ways to go. But if I was going to sit down and play one, I would play one with the highest number and not chase that number unless it was really close. So then that's the $2 one. The $3 is $9.58. And the 500 credits at 2 cents is $1.69. So that's another game there. Now I'll go show you some other games. I'll be back in a minute. Now these two games, these are made by Ainsworth, and they have several different models. At this casino, which is Skytook Casino Osage Casino in Skytook, Oklahoma. They've got two of these Ainsworth games. One's an Eagle Bucks and the other one is Mustang Money 2. On these particular machines, they have a must win before, an actual win amount. You'll see right up here, the minor on this one must win before $500. So it's at $415.90. And it only, for every $5 bet, I think it might only move that maybe 1 cent or a half a cent. So the real AP players, advantage players, they know, they can figure out how far they want to go before it will hit, how much money it'll take to get that to 500. They know, they have that already figured out in their head. I don't have that figured out. So if I was wanting to play this Mustang Money, I would play it over the Eagle Bucks because of the difference in the minors. They have a major the same way up there. The major must hit before 10,000, and it's at 9,229. Now the major on the Eagle Bucks is 9,465. It's a little higher, but it's still a long ways to go before it's guaranteed to hit. It could hit before the 10,000 or hit before the 500, either way. Your chances of winning it increase the closer it gets to that 500. Now these machines are in the high limit room here at Osage. So the least amount that you can bet on this one is $5 to spin. And I do not have the bankroll with me today to play that game. But I wanted to show you that. That's a must hit, that's a must win before, where those other ones, they have a must give you a feature before a certain number. And it doesn't guarantee you any certain amount payback. This one here guarantees you a payback of at least $415 before hitting 500. So that's the game. And I'll go show you something else here in just a minute. Now this game is Buffalo Ultimate Stampede. This is a perfect example of perceived progression. And on this particular game, it has a meter bar here. There's that one, and there's that one. See, this one here is farther over than this one over here. But it means nothing. This one over here can be set off just as well as this one over here. But if I set down at one, I'm going to set down at one that has the meter bar as far over as it possibly can go. Doesn't mean that once it gets to the end that it's going to go off. But human nature in me, I set down at the one that's got the bigger amount on the bar. Same with the pots or the stacks of coins or all those perceived progressions. This is considered a perceived progression. Any of them that are larger than the other, I have a tendency to want to set down at the one that has the most. Now here's two ways to look at that. This one here, if it was all the way maxed out over here, you could say to yourself, oh well, it's been a while since it's hit and maybe it's going to hit. Yes, it's that possibility. But it also could mean that it is not hitting at all and it may take forever for that to hit. So you can't really go by the meters. Just know that it's been a bit before it has hit. Now, if you get one that's all the way back over here, you can think to yourself, well, hey, that one's been hitting. You know, it's paying out, where the other one's not been paying out. So it's just how your human nature wants to think about it. It is all perceived. It could hit the next spin, or it could wait for another 50 spins before it hits. So it's just all perceived progression. Don't let that trick you into putting more money into the machine. That's why they do that, so that you continue putting more and more in, thinking, oh, that it's going to hit just any time, and it could be another 20, 30 spins before it hits again. So play it how you wish, but that's a little information for you there. Thanks a lot, guys.
Do it.